Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the 4th episode of the Morning Chisme. We are so excited to have you guys here today, either tuning in via Spotify, Apple, or YouTube. We are a sister duo who loves to talk about pop culture, reality TV, and just spill the tea. Sister, how are you doing?
I'm good, sister. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's actually a very special day for 2 reasons. We have our first guest, our sister Paula.
Sister Paula.
Woo! What a big day. And then on top of that, our sister, our co-host Maria, is turning 47.
Woo!
Yes!
Happy birthday.
We're actually going to sing you happy birthday.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy 47th birthday, Maria. Happy birthday to you. Yeah! Hooray! Yay! Maria Cullen. No, I'm just kidding. She's turning a very young age of 33. So, round of applause.
What does one do when people sing them happy birthday?
I just sit there awkwardly.
Yeah.
Well, in one of my, it's somewhere, I can't remember if it was in a class or like a sport, they like made us speed it up. Like the song, because singing it so slow is so sad. Like, happy birthday.
So how does it go? Like times 2?
Happy birthday. Like
with
more
the step. Yeah.
Like with the ills.
I always think it's a good idea to also sing, you know, because like then it's like
Because last night we had a little dinner for me, and when you guys were singing to me, I didn't know what the fuck to do. I was lost as fuck.
I know.
It makes you feel like a lost puppy.
Yeah, like, because what do you do?
I don't know.
So if you guys are watching this or listening to this, please let us know what you guys do when someone's singing you happy birthday.
Yeah, we would love to know because I need to. My birthday is coming up here in 6 months, so I would like to practice beforehand.
I also need to practice. Mine's 4 days before yours. So.
Oh yeah, true. And then once you go, it'll be like a trial and error, and then I'll be like, that was good, you know.
Because you were trial and error first.
I was not a trial and error. I was
an error.
You were an error. You were a mistake of the late ages. Okay.
I was.
Okay.
I remember one Christmas, parents were like,
put your mic a little bit closer.
Oh. One time we were at Christmas at Olive Garden, as we always eat.
I know.
There. We always eat at Olive Garden for like Christmas Eve.
Honestly, Olive Garden. Can we just like take a second? Olive Garden was like fancy to us growing up. I thought we were going to like the Italian restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
We were going to Italy.
Yeah, we were physically going to Venice.
Yeah.
But I remember whenever we went to Christmas Eve dinner, and parents were like, I asked them, I was like, was that an accident? Like an accident, you know?
Uh-huh.
And they were like, well, Dad said to Mom, it was either you or a puppy.
And we chose the dog, but you know
I
what?
know, and
You
Mom
were
chose
here.
That was so weird for them to ask us that.
Yeah.
Did they actually?
Yes. Parents were like, do you guys want a baby or a dog? And me and Kathy were like, a dog!
Good. And my mom was like, oh, I'm pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
I know. But it was, you know, we loved you when you came. So
I loved you.
Kathy did not like me.
Okay, I didn't hate you. I just would like to say I was just not a fan that I was not the center of attention. And I'm the middle child now, so I have middle child syndrome.
Yeah.
That is very true. You're the only one that didn't go back to the house after college.
I dipped. I was like,
Yeah.
But it was the best idea for me.
Yes.
But anyways, Paula, we're so excited to have you guys here. You are our first guest. You have joined the podcast on this amazing Sunday. And tell the people a little bit about you. Who are you?
Well, I'm Paula Serta. I'm the youngest of the 3. I played soccer and tennis my whole life. I played college tennis, and I just finished, and now I'm finishing 2 classes, and then I graduate in August.
That's
which is so exciting.
Yay, Paula.
Finally, no more school, thank God. And then after that, I'm an aspiring professional tennis player. So
Okay.
Yes, sister.
Yes, we love that. Okay, you're gonna kill it. We're very proud.
Thank you.
We're actually gonna go to the U.S. Open, and it's gonna be a great time.
Yes.
So
hopefully this is the only year that I'm not playing.
yes, that's the goal. Maybe next year we'll do a follow-up podcast, and you'll be going.
famous.
Oh my God, we can do it in New York.
Imagine.
Pot on the road.
Yes.
Always dream big.
Yes.
But yes, so yesterday we celebrated our sister Maria here, and it was exciting. You know, it is.
I don't know why Sister Maria sounds weird.
I remember one time Kathy in our group chat was like, from now on we're going to call each other sister whatever. Like Sister Paula. Like
I
the
mean, I
nuns.
just think it's a vibe. Like Sister Maria, Sister Paula.
Sister Kath.
Yeah, Sister Kathy.
There was one time you were like, let's call each other planets. And Maria was Mercury. And I was Pluto. And you didn't have a name.
I don't know. I go through these phases.
Oh my God, I think it was Jupiter. No, I thought she was Saturn.
I don't remember this. When was this?
This was like a couple months ago.
Text us
I
shit.
can't I go through these phases where I talk about certain things. Like I name things. Like right now I'm in my phase of calling people my rat friend and my rat sister and my rat boyfriend and my sewer rat dog and my rat pets. Like I cannot stop. Like yesterday I was we were texting in the family group and I was like my rat family. And like I don't mean it offensively. I just like it's the word that I have, you know? Like I went through the phase where I called you guys sisterina and sisterines and like I could not stop. And now I'm going through my rap period. And one day it'll go away, but for now, it is what it is.
Yeah, it was sisterines, and then it was the planets for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like you literally was like Mercury, like sign in, and Maria was like not awake, and she wouldn't sign in.
Mercury, that's actually a pretty good one.
Well, it's good for you because you love horoscopes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's like perfect.
Yes. But yeah, let's get into the stories for today. And then at the very end, we're going to talk about Vanderpump Rules because one of the biggest reasons why we're here is because Paula started watching the series from the very beginning. We had been telling her like, hey, this show is nuts. You need to watch it. It's good reality TV. We need your thoughts. So we're going to speed through the stories. And then at the end, we're going to talk about reality TV. And we also want to know your thoughts as well. Yes. So let's start out with the first story. So famous Argentinian singer Cazzu and Cazzu and Nodal have broken up. Sister?
I was actually very shocked because I really liked them together. And allegedly, heavy on the allegedly, it was because he had texted Belinda. Do you believe that?
I would not be shocked because they were together. So Belinda and Cazzu and Nodal were together for quite some time. They were engaged. They had a very like messy breakup, and then he started dating Cazzu like not that long after. And like people were saying that she was like the love of his life. She was just kind of crazy.
Who?
Belinda.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Belinda. And like Cazzu was like kind of like the rebound, but they do have a child together. So if he did text Belinda, that would be very messy.
Do you think he did?
I do think he did.
I
would believe it.
Because of the whole like song situation?
Yeah.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Paula's like, I don't know who these people are.
No, but that's crazy. I saw a TikTok the other day that was like, it's not cheating, and then they swipes and it's like you texted another person, like it's cheating.
Yeah.
It is.
So I think he did.
Paula's like, I think he did. I don't even know who he is.
It's really sad though because I really thought of them like as a long-term couple.
Yeah.
I really did.
How long have they been dating?
They were dating long enough to have a whole baby.
Yeah, so like more than 9 months.
Oh, they have a baby.
Child. Yeah, they have a baby together.
I know.
Oh my God, that makes it so much worse.
Yeah. Apparently, like, she caught him texting Belinda, but like, how? I feel like Belinda would put it out there.
I don't know. Maybe she wants to get back together with him, so she won't.
But she has a boyfriend.
She has a boyfriend.
Yeah, she does.
Men fall in love with her like no other.
She's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
She is gorgeous.
Of course. Belinda's really like beautiful.
Wait, background. They dated before?
Yes.
Belinda and
the
Nodal
guy
were together. They got engaged. They broke up.
They got engaged.
Yeah.
Broke up, and now he was with this girl. What's her name?
Cazzu.
Okay. Wow.
Yes, very much so.
Isn't that the name of the bird from Lion King? Zazu. Sorry. So sorry. So, and then they had a baby, and now they broke up because he was texting his ex. Oh, foul.
Yes, very much foul. If it's true, obviously.
If it's true.
We don't know. Allegedly. But we're definitely going to see how this pans out. I don't know if there's going to be more that comes out because
I feel like they're very much like Raul Alejandro and Rosalia. This is like their Instagram post. It's going to be the last thing we heard
I agree.
of them.
I don't think anything else is
hear of them.
I don't think anything else is going to come out. I agree.
But I would want
I would love to
come
know
out.
what happens. But I guess we're going to have to wait and see. But speaking about Raul Alejandro, so Raul Alejandro announced in his Instagram group message that he's coming out with new music. He said new album, new song, new era, new tour. How do we feel?
I will be attending this tour. I've missed every single tour in the past, and I want to go. Paula, you need to come with us.
I know.
You need to get in tune to your Hispanic side.
I do. I listen to Hispanic music all the time in the car, and I'm like, oh, who is this? Oh, Raul.
Yeah, it's always Raul.
Yeah.
I know, and you always know when
so good. And shout out to you. He reposted your
I know.
TikTok.
Oh my god, I forgot about that. Yeah, he reposted my TikTok.
Yeah, you should have
It
made
was
that
so
a bigger
crazy
deal.
because you sent it to me, and then I was scrolling through TikTok, and it was like Raul Alejandro reposted. Reposted. Sorry. Sometimes I get an accent.
Dude, me too. Like, sometimes I'll say a word. What did I say the other day? And Chris was like, what? And he was like, that's not how you say it. And I was like, no, it's how you say it. And he was like, no. But anyway, Alejandro.
Did you listen to his new song?
Yes, I like it. I feel like it's a vibe. It's a little bit different. It's not
Yes.
that reggaeton vibe, but it's it's good. I am excited to see what he comes out with like next.
I feel like all his music is good. Like, there's not... I've never heard a song of his that I'm like, okay, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not my favorite of his songs, but there's never a song where I'm like, no.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think all of the default setting for his music is like good, and then it goes up from there.
Yeah.
Like, I know anything he puts on me, like, I'm gonna like it. Maybe I'm not gonna love it, but I'm gonna like it for sure.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's how I feel about this new song. Like, I really like it, so I'm excited to see what he comes out next.
Me too.
I need to listen to it.
Paula, honestly, like, this is on May 26th. Today, you're gonna go home and you're gonna listen to Raul Alejandro's discography, and we're gonna hold you to it.
Okay. I mean, you held me to Vanderpumps, and I did that. So.
Yes.
But that's for later, so.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of going on tour, so yesterday it came out that Nicki Minaj was on her way to her Pink Friday Tour 2, or Pink Friday 2 tour, next date in Europe, and she was arrested. Or allegedly arrested.
Detained.
Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who told me? Mom.
Mom told you?
Mom told me. She was we were going to my haircut yesterday. She's like, oh, Nicki Minaj arrested. I was like, oh my gosh. And she's like, yeah, she's blonde now. I was like, I don't think that's an important detail.
No, yeah, for sure. The video, she was like on live, and they were claiming that she had some sort of something on her.
Substance, yeah.
And in the same moment, she was also tweeting saying, like, essentially it was like a setup that someone was trying to sabotage her.
Oh.
And I'm gonna be very honest, the Barbs, they scare me. Her fan base is scary.
Is that what they're called?
Yes, they're called
The Barbs?
Yes.
Like Barbies?
Yeah.
Oh. Did she make a song for the Barbie movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
But that's not why. They've always been called the
Yeah,
Barbs.
I know. I don't know why I thought it was Megan Thee Stallion, but that was not.
But not her,
Not
but
her.
they don't get along.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, Paula, do you live under a rock?
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
Okay, fair. Anyway, but she went on her to Twitter X and said that she is being sabotaged, that her tour is very successful. But I don't know if you guys have seen this, but like a lot of people are complaining about her tour on TikTok.
I saw that. I saw a TikTok recently of someone waiting, like they were waiting like 2-3 hours before she came out, and then it was just kind of like a display of like. Then she like went back in, for like 40 minutes.
She like
Oh my
went
gosh.
out. They had like visuals, and then she like went back in, and it was like she was like not really performing well. But her fan base will defend anything she does. So I mean, if they liked it, it is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
But I wouldn't see her.
Well, some people said that they booed her.
Oh my God.
At this concert.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a TikTok that came up on my page.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot. But I mean, I guess we're gonna have to see what happens next, because I mean the date was canceled. And I don't know if there's gonna be more to this, or if this is just gonna be like it. She was like arrested and were detained, and then she paid a fine and she went her way. But
That's crazy that they can just pay it.
yeah, I mean, I think it's bullshit that she's saying that they're trying to sabotage her. I don't
Yeah.
believe that, but I mean, you never know.
Yeah. Or
That is
maybe
also true.
someone in her team just shouldn't have had the substances.
No, I agree. I agree. That's very much true.
But also, like, traveling to, like, a different country, you never know what you're allowed in.
Yeah, like
So-
that's the thing about traveling to different countries. You gotta know their laws before
Yeah.
you step foot. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, no, for sure.
But she's famous, so it's like,
that's true too.
it depends.
But then, not really, because they'll hold famous people accountable. They
That's
don't
true.
care.
Mhm.
Like, I feel like Europeans don't give a fuck.
Yeah, like it's
They don't.
I mean, when I went to Bad Bunny's concert in Canada, they like the reason why allegedly, I don't know if this is true, allegedly why the concert started really really late was because they were detained at the border for something. So like I don't think it was like anything serious. I think they were just like checking their equipment.
Yeah.
But like I don't think it really matters who you are, like, in situations like that. I think that people will hold you accountable, but, I mean, if there's more to the story, we're definitely going to see it.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like Nikki's definitely going to tell her side, though.
Yeah, of course. I mean, she was tweeting, like, 30 times yesterday, and I get it. Like, if she feels that way, then it's fair for her to, like, explain that. But I do think that her fan base, like, is, like, a little, like, scary.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of artists, like, hardcore fan bases can be scary.
Yes.
Like, let's simmer down.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to be that extreme about things. Like,
yeah. Talking about fan bases that are kind of crazy, like, this isn't in our list today, but I wanted to ask y'all's opinion. Like, have y'all seen the Billie Eilish and Taylor Swift drama?
No, but I saw a TikTok about it. I think Billie said something like on an interview with Jimmy Fallon. One of the Jimmys, I think.
So there had been something said, and then she went on Station Head and said that no one wants to listen to concerts that are 3 hours long, like, whatever, like, it's psychotic to have a 3 hour long concert, and that she would never do that, and that she wouldn't want to see her faves do it either. Obviously, right now on tour is Taylor Swift, and the only concerts that have been 3 hours or more have been Beyonce and Taylor. Some people are saying that she's throwing shade at them, and it's like, I don't know, I feel like there's, like, a little beef between her and Taylor.
what? Why?
So Billie released her new album, and I guess Taylor released a new version of the Tortured Poets Department, her old album, like a different version, to stop Billie from hitting #1, according to their fans. But I don't know too much of the details.
I think that's just a little bit too deep.
I don't see that happening. But then people are like, oh, Billie doesn't care. But her manager was liking tweets on Twitter about Taylor Swift, like negative ones. So it's like, I think there is something there.
If I'm gonna pay a large amount of money to see an artist that I love, the concert can be long as fuck. Especially if I'm putting out a good amount of cash. Like, play every song you've ever came out with, girl. Like,
but I think that benefits the fans, if anything.
Like, she is putting. I mean, and look, you guys know me. I don't listen to a lot of Taylor Swift.
I don't either.
But she is putting on a 3 hour show. Like, almost like what, every other night kind of thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's in a whole other level. And same thing with Beyonce. Like, the shows they put out are, like, you can either dislike or like the artist, but you gotta give credit where credit is due. And they put on an amazing show and a performance that, you know,
it's a production.
It's a whole production.
Yeah. No, I went to Taylor Swift here in Houston, and before I purchased the tickets, I wasn't like a huge fan or anything, but I bought tickets for 2 of my best friends to take them as a surprise for their birthdays. And when I tell you, it was one of the best concerts I've ever been to. Like, everybody there was just so excited. The vibe was good. She literally sang like over 40 songs. The production is just like every single era that she's performing is just amazing. Like, the way she's on there, like, it's 3.5 hours. It's like she goes through all of her albums. She's telling a story. It is just one of the best shows I have ever seen, if not the best show I have ever gone to. And my favorite artist is Bad Bunny. I've seen him 6+ times, but like, she walks like everybody. Like, she literally kills it. Like, she is the best show probably I've ever seen. It was amazing.
I feel like Beyonce and like Taylor Swift are like up there for like some of the greatest artists of all time. They could have like such a big ego and be like, oh, I'm only going to perform an hour and a half and make you pay this amount, like,
yeah,
this
they
amount
could
of money.
do that.
They could do that, but now they're like doing these 3.5 hour shows for a certain amount of money, but trying to give their fans as much as possible.
As they should, because these concert tickets are not little $75 concert tickets anymore. They're in the thousands.
Yeah, like, it could be like their one time to see them, and they perform for over 3 hours.
And it's something that you're going to take with you forever. I mean, I've seen Beyonce in concert, and I mean,
when?
This was back, it was so crazy. Some of my best friends actually just sent me a picture of us when we went to the concert back in the day. It was when she came to Houston. I don't even remember. It was probably like 2017. It was a very long time ago, but I mean, and even then, I've never been like a huge Beyonce fan. I'm more of someone that listens to Spanish music, but I do like her music. I went to the concert and I was just, wow, like amazing. And this was back in 2017 or whatever year it was. And, you know, I don't know. I just think that, like, yeah, maybe for some people a long concert isn't it. They only want to be there for an hour and 30 minutes. But when you think about it, like you go and buy the concert tickets. It's a whole shit show to buy concert tickets nowadays. Yeah. And then if not, you have to buy it through resale, which is even worse. Even worse. And then, you know, you want to look cute to the concert because it's an experience. Because once again, you're paying a large amount of money for this experience. For some people, maybe an hour and a half is good. But for others that, like, love the artist, 3 hours works, and why not? Like, why not?
And when it comes to people at the caliber of Taylor Swift and Beyonce, like, the Renaissance tour, I didn't get to go, but it was a production. Yeah. Like, Beyonce thinks of every single... You can hate her, whatever, but, like, she is literally an icon, and for her to go on stage and sing for 3+ hours and put on a whole show for people, like, her fans are probably like... This is an experience I'm never going to have again. I want it to be, like, once in a lifetime. Maybe either you're a newer fan or you just couldn't afford to see her before and this is your first time. Like, Renaissance, like, it looked iconic. Yeah. You know? So I thought it was a little shady that she said that. But then again, maybe she didn't mean it like that. Maybe she meant it for herself. And a lot of people were saying, like, I mean, yeah, she's saying that she can't do it. That's what she's meaning. But
which is so crazy because I love Billie. Her voice, I mean, to me, her voice is just... so beautiful. Like,
What Was I Made For makes you cry every
single time. I think that her voice is just so soothing that I know that she wouldn't do it, but I would sit there and listen to her for 3 hours. You get what I'm saying? Because I love her voice so much.
Yeah, but even with, like, again, the caliber of these people, you think you pay so much, and then when they have those 3.5 hour concerts, you think all the money that you're paying is going back into the production that they're doing. Yeah. So then it makes it seem like it's worth it.
Yeah. So. Yeah. No, I love a good concert that has, like, a show. Like, you've been to a concert, it's like just them on the stage. It's like, okay, but, like, you know, when they perform in arenas or stadiums that are, like, large, there's all these people. You want to see that huge production. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about Adele's then? Because hers is super expensive.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Adele's a little different because she's in like a theater, and Adele,
it's more intimate.
Yeah, it's very intimate. It's like 2,000 people at most, and it's in a very, like, it's just in a theater. So, like, and also she does put on a show. Like, there's, like, aspects to it. There's props. She also walks out. But I mean, I feel like it's a little different because, like, Adele is not like she's not a dancer or any of that. Like, it's her voice and her, and that's the beauty of her music.
Yeah, that's true. There's different types of artists, you know, and, like, Beyonce, you know, she will shake it. She is an amazing dancer, like, the whole production. And then Adele's, I feel like it's just
but I feel she also connects to the people, so it's like a different amount.
Who?
Adele.
Yeah, she does. Like, if she was walking through, I would want to hug her. I know that, like, I couldn't because I would have to ask, and obviously she's singing, but, like, I would.
Yeah, no, it's looks like an experience. And yeah, I mean, have y'all seen Homecoming on Netflix, Beyonce's documentary for the Super Bowl?
No. When she was on, this was a while back, right?
Yeah, this is, like, yes. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's literally, like, the way she thinks of everything is wild. And then obviously they show, like, the performance at the Super Bowl. No, I'm sorry, at Coachella, not the Super Bowl. And it's just, like, impeccable. And, like, that's a once-in-a-lifetime experience with people that went to that Coachella show. Yeah. So I can only imagine
people that get to see. Virgos are perfectionist.
Okay, well.
I think so. I think she's a Virgo. Let me look it up.
She was born on September 4th.
Yeah, she's a Virgo. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Well, anyways, Beyonce's an icon, and I feel like 3-hour shows are very much loved by people who spend hours and hours purchasing tickets, because, like, Ticketmaster does not make it easy. Like, you're in there. When I bought tickets to go see Taylor Swift, I spent 8.5 hours in the queue.
I remember. You were freaking out.
It was, like, fucking not working. We couldn't check out. Once you get there, every seat is gone. It was, honestly, getting tickets was a nightmare. And so, of course, like, I wanted it to be an experience. Like, I just spent 8 hours waiting for these tickets. 3 hours would be lovely, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and the thing is, like, it's not 3 hours. It's, like, 3.5 hours. And then there's, like, a opener. And the opener was, like...
Who was the opener?
So for me, I can't remember, but, like, other people got Sabrina Carpenter, which, Paula, that's your girl.
I wish. That
She's so good.
She's so good. And I hope that she goes, because I remember seeing on TikTok she went on her own like mini tour, but like not on these like big arenas. But I feel like she needs to go to it.
So
She needs to drop an album and then go on because she can't. I think she went on a tour on the previous album she already did.
So rumor has it that she's going to drop an album and go on tour. So if she goes on tour, we'll all go because I know that you're starting to like her, and she has really good music. Her espresso song has me like vibing.
Did you see Adele be like? She like quoted her at her show.
No,
like, I love that song because for some reason I think between shows like Adele couldn't speak or sing to like rest her voice. She's like, I've been obsessed with that song, but I can't sing it because I'm on voice rest. And I was like, oh my god,
voice rest is wild.
Yeah, like you can't talk.
But imagine like Adele's like, I love this song.
Yeah,
and you can't sing it, but the fact that she's singing your song, oh my god, I would pass away.
I know. Sabrina Carpenter was like, excited about it.
Yeah, no, I feel like she's the next it girl. Like she's on the road to be.
She's so cute.
She's
like
adorable.
Tate McRae.
Yes, do you know Tate McRae?
I love Tate McRae.
Yeah,
She was on Dance Moms, wasn't she? For a little bit.
She was she was like in the world of Dance Moms.
Yeah.
I don't think she was on Dance Moms, but she was like competing with the girls from Dance Moms.
Right. Okay.
I like her. She has really good music.
Yeah, they're always talking about how she's like a dancer more than. But then there's people complaining about how she's putting on a performance, and they're like, we want her to sing more, but she has like everything. I'm like, oh my gosh.
She does the hairography. Like her hair's always on point.
With the wind. Oh, I can't.
She looks so good.
Yeah.
Good for her. Honestly, the two it girls that I think are coming up are like Sabrina and Tate McRae. And right now also on tour, Olivia Rodrigo. But I honestly, like, if I'm being honest, I did not fuck with the last album as much as I thought I would. I liked a few songs, but
just
I
like
didn't
Vampire,
love it.
right? Vampire was the one that came out before. I didn't listen to the whole album.
Did you listen?
I don't really listen to music in English.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Ask me about Spanish artists. And
¿Escuchaste?
you know who I love? I don't know if you guys have heard of him. Umbe.
No.
You guys need to listen to Umbe.
I do listen to Sabrina Carpenter all the time. And Ariana Grande and like all of those. But sometimes I just listen to like Giveon and like Daniel Caesar.
Yeah.
Even though like athletes are like, like I listen to those people before.
Slow music is nice
like R&B,
too.
which is like something you wouldn't think of. But
So who are your like? Who would you say were your like top three? Like who are the people you absolutely love to listen
but
to?
I love Bruno Mars. But
You do.
Dulu? But supposedly he's like in debt, isn't he? Like gambling.
So that was a rumor.
Who told you that, Mom?
No, I saw that on TikTok, I think, or Instagram.
It was a lie.
Oh yeah, because he also had a residency in.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved him and Anderson .Paak.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my god, that
Silk
album,
Sonic?
Yes, Silk Sonic. I still listen to it every day. So Silk Sonic, probably Bruno Mars, and then probably Giveon.
Giveon.
Yeah, I
really
love him. I loved whenever he made Peaches with Justin Bieber and Daniel Caesar. I was like all three in one.
Yeah, Daniel Caesar is very talented.
Yes, I found him on like a random post on Instagram.
Really?
He was like listening he was singing on a mic, and it was like one of the singing. It was like during quarantine, and it was like I didn't want to download TikTok, so I was like, I'm gonna look through Reels.
Reels.
I know, but Reels have funny videos. Sometimes I watch Reels more than TikToks. Anyway, it was like a mic that he was singing to. I was like, who is this guy? And I looked at the comments and I listened to his whole album. The one with like Get You and all that. And so I was obsessed with him during quarantine.
I love his song with her.
Yes.
Oh my god. Her also, I used to be obsessed with her.
Yeah.
With her. I was obsessed with her. I loved her album. I literally used to have a makeup page and I made like eyeshadow looks like based on her album because I was so obsessed with her music. She's an icon too.
Yeah. I don't know. Top three's hard though because I do love Sabrina. And who's the other one? I can't remember.
Sorry about that, you guys. We had to pause for a quick second because there was a technical issue. That is definitely something that happens when you start on a podcast. Something I did not know was going to happen was we're going to have this many tech issues, but maybe it's because I need to learn more when it comes to this kind of stuff.
Who would have thought that it takes a lot? Usually you just think it's a
every
camera.
single time something has happened, except the first episode.
Yeah, the first episode says we were like recording and nothing went wrong. Everything went so smoothly.
Yeah. So we were like ready. We're like, we got this down to a T. Like, there's no way. And then, yeah.
But it is what it is, you know?
Yes.
It is what it is. But next topic. So recently, the Kardashians season 5 started. And we saw Gypsy Rose was going to make a guest appearance. What are y'all's thoughts on that?
I'm not gonna lie. I think I'll set this on my TikTok. What in the world do Gypsy Rose and Kim Kardashian have in common?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, I I feel like obviously this was recorded a while ago. I think once again, I am very indifferent to the Kardashians, but they do things for attention. And I think the reason why they went to Gypsy was for attention, because at the time Gypsy was it. Like everybody, she was all over social media. You know, she had just gotten out of jail, and now people are gonna want to tune in because
they want to know what happens.
Yeah. And I said that,
I feel like there's nothing gonna happen though.
Yeah, they're probably just gonna say hi. Someone said that they could be talking about prison reform, and I'm like,
What is that?
Like, essentially helping out in the prisons and making a change.
Okay.
but I feel like, I don't know, I just don't really trust that that's what's going to be going on between Gypsy and Kim.
Yeah.
But I saw something on TikTok where they saw her with Rob.
Rob Kardashian. That was a rumor that lived for like 24 hours that Gypsy Rose is dating Rob Kardashian.
But I thought she had that other man.
I know. I thought she was dating Ken, the other fiance that she had.
Gypsy's wild.
No, Gypsy's living her best life. She said, I'm getting out of prison. I'm dating. I'm living my best life. And it is what it is.
Yeah. But the D was in fact not fired.
The D was not fired.
No.
Did you see about how she had said the D is fired?
About whenever she was like supporting her husband at the time. I saw something. I don't remember her. I'm pretty sure she said that. But
No, she did.
No, she did.
She said the D was fired. Like, you know, she talks.
She looks like the mouse from Zootopia.
Paula, you can't just say that about people.
I mean, she's living her best life. It doesn't matter what she looks like.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
you know who also looks like the mouse from Zootopia? Katy Perry.
Oh yeah.
But like the mouse, okay, the mouse from Zootopia is very cute. So like we're not insulting.
Very cute.
Oh my god, Katy Perry is so beautiful.
So beautiful.
Her old album is now going viral, like Teenage Dream. The way Katy Perry was so iconic with her music back in the day.
Yeah.
Like I need her to make a comeback. I need those like early bops to happen again.
like hot
The
and
fact
cold.
that she's with Orlando Bloom.
I know.
He was our fucking crush when he played Legolas on Lord of the Rings.
Remember our Mrs.
Yes.
Bloom purses and shirts? The future Mrs. Kutcher. What? Who possessed? Oh, we got that from like what? Like Limited 2. So we were younger. We would go to Limited 2, and they would have like future Mrs. whatever and like little purses that said like Mrs. Bloom. And me and Maria would like always fight about who was Mrs. Bloom because we were obsessed with Orlando Bloom. And you know,
You're obsessed with him, and you're obsessed with Twilight.
oh yeah.
I remember one had Edward and one had Jacob in their room, and I would have to go in your room to like get something, and I'm much younger, so I would get scared that there'd be like a werewolf on the wall.
Where have you been, Loga? Dude, you know what's crazy? Watching Twilight, like, it is so cringy.
Oh yeah, watching it present day,
It's crazy. When he's, like, having a hard time because he smells her. Like, he's like, you know what I'm talking about? And he's like,
Didn't we go watch the second
Yeah.
Twilight as a family? Oh my god, I remember I was sitting on the stairs, not in my seat because I was so terrified of what I was watching. I think they were getting married, and I was like,
dude, yeah, I remember when she was like, I don't care. Because, like, she, you know, because, like, if they had sex or whatever, he would, like, kill her.
Yeah.
That was, like, the whole thing. And she's like, I don't care. Like, what?
Yeah,
That's
and then
crazy.
her like getting pregnant and then like giving birth like 48 hours later.
Yeah. Back in the day when, like, midnight releases were a thing. Remember we waited in line?
That was no.
Yeah.
I cannot believe we did that.
You know what? Also crazy, now we're talking about this. Back then when we had the posters, so I don't know if you had any posters of, like, artists on your
I don't
wall.
think
did
I
you?
did.
Maybe it was just me. I had a picture of Usher because I was obsessed with Usher, and I would kiss it every single day before going to school because I was like, one day Usher and I we will wed. And we have not wed. Okay.
Kathy would look at these are my confessions.
No, I was obsessed with that album. You know how back then, because this was like early days,
You had it on
I
your
had
Nano?
a CD.
Wow.
And no, Paula, not even a fucking iPod Nano. I'm talking about a CD player, okay? And I had, you know how like the little pages had like the lyrics? I would sit there and I would like rewind my CD and I was like, these are my confessions.
Oh my
Just when I
gosh.
thought I said all I could say, my chick on the side. I'm
Said she
thinking
got
sixth
one on the
grade.
way.
Why was I singing Confessions in 6th grade? Also, I did not compute that he was singing about getting another bitch pregnant.
Like, I know. We would like hardcorely sing Lil Wayne on the way to school with Dad in the car.
Lollipop? Okay. Yes, Dad, we as a collective loved Lollipop by Lil Wayne.
Yes.
But we did not know what it meant.
Yeah.
Not
You know
only-
what song? Speaking of your birthday, you know what song Maria was obsessed with?
What?
Obsessed. I remember whenever you still played tennis. Big girls don't cry. Maria was obsessed with that song.
I was emotional.
I remember we would be in the car and I would be sitting in the middle because I'm the smallest. I would be sitting in the middle.
Skinny.
That's not what I meant. But Maria would be looking out the window. She's like, "Big girls don't cry." She's like, "Don't cry, don't cry."
Honestly, big girls do fucking cry.
Yeah, and Maria would be crying. She's a big girl, so
Aw, Paula.
no, like
Older.
I know, I'm just
Older.
fucking with her.
Sorry.
Be nice to her.
ancient.
I
Sorry.
know. She's just...
No, dude. Yeah, Lollipop. We had no
business
singing Lollipop, and Dad just like driving us to school.
Yeah, no, we would always be like, we're gonna play Lollipop in the car. And I did not know this was an inappropriate song. I thought it was about candy. But like, why would I know that? I was like in 7th grade.
Yeah.
We would listen to it, like, we would be going to tennis tournaments. One time it was like me and Dad going to San Antonio from like Houston. We listened to the entire like discography of Lil Wayne, and we were listening to Lollipop, and we were like, yeah, like Lollipop. It was about something inappropriate.
Yeah. Poor Dad.
I know.
Dad honestly still doesn't know.
Yeah.
No.
The song could say "fuck" and he's like, he like giggles, and
Like-
Mom's like pouting. I'm like, sorry.
Mom doesn't like the songs that say anything inappropriate.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember the time that I played Safaera in the car? So in the song, I think
I think I was there.
You-
Maria wasn't
it
there.
was like me and Polly were going to Target, and I played Safaera. Safaera is a song by Bad Bunny, and in the song he says, "Si tu novio no te mama el culo, pa eso que no," something. And Mom was horrified. She literally was like, "Katy, ¿qué es eso?"
Yeah, you know,
Change it
Mom.
right now. And I'm like, Mom, it's not that deep. Like, it's not a...
She's like, "¿Qué es este?"
Yeah, she was
Bad
like,
Bunny?
she's like, es un cochino. Change it now. Put Mark Anthony. Like, Mom,
Dad, speaking of Dad, every time we have family over, we're at a dinner, we're putting us Christmas, not even Christmas music. He somehow finds YouTube, and the only thing he knows how to find on YouTube is Mark Anthony's album.
It's on his recent searches.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
That's the only thing he listens to.
I mean, it's fair.
He's always like, put Vivi mi vida. I'm like,
I mean,
are
it
you-
is a bop.
Yeah,
it is a
It
bop.
is a bop.
Very
And
much
Dad
a
is
bop.
always like, la la la.
That's so funny. I'm done. Anyway, where were we? We like got off track. So Kardashians, Gypsy Rose, the D was not fire. She's
Yeah.
gonna make an appearance. We'll see what happens. We'll definitely like give our
Keep me
thoughts.
updated, 'cause I don't
No.
really want to watch.
Same.
Unpopular opinion. The Kardashians are in their flop era, in my opinion. When it comes to their show, I don't think necessarily their careers or their lives, but I think their show is in its flop era. Like, what is it even about? They just sit around,
Yeah.
eat salads. Like, you cannot tell
Their
me.
salads look good.
Oh yeah, for sure. You cannot tell me that they didn't plant that little Manjaro or Ozempic in Scott's fridge. Like, somebody had to have
Oh.
seen it when they were like editing the footage. It was to make conversation, I think. But
You think so?
yeah,
He's so skinny.
I mean, I'm sure he's going through something, or maybe he is sick. I haven't seen what's going on, but I just feel like they wanted it to be seen because it was like right in like the view of the camera. So
Yeah.
I also feel like they know better. They
Yeah.
know like what things like they
Make-
know people look so deep into those things.
yeah, and by people you mean us,
Yes,
the
chismosas.
chismosas.
Yeah.
But yeah, now it's time, Paula. Vanderpump Rules.
Yes.
We need all of your thoughts. I have a few questions for you.
Okay.
So Paula here, we forced her to watch Vanderpump Rules from the very beginning.
Actually,
Binged.
I don't even think y'all forced me because y'all started the podcast, and then I loved everything that I knew at the beginning, like whenever y'all do like the topics, and then you do the Vanderpump Rules at the end, and I thought everything y'all were saying were funny. I was like, but I don't understand what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I was like, I need to watch the show so I understand what they're talking about, so I can also laugh along and not like.
How long did it take you to finish?
I think it was 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Two and a half. I think
3
2.5.
months. Took you 2.5 weeks.
It took me
Oh,
2
it took you
months.
3 Oh,
2
I
months.
thought it took you 2 months. You
It's because
binged
I
it.
went to Japan for
Right.
like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then,
So like a month and a half if we're talking time.
yeah. And then I took another vacation.
Yeah.
But you last year, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so you binge watched in time for the scandal.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I wish I did it then.
Yeah. No,
'Cause, like,
it was
watching-
wild.
Yeah.
It was wild.
So my first question, Paula.
Okay.
Let's go through the time period of the show.
Okay.
What did you think that Jax and Kristen slept together?
Oh.
Before you saw it.
Okay, the thing is, I love Stassi now afterwards because at the beginning I was like, I don't like Stassi was like too much.
That's
And
how
like
I was with
Jax,
Stassi.
Jax makes himself seem like he's a good guy. That is not the case whatsoever. Everybody knows that, even if you don't even watch the show. But at the time, Jack looked like such a good guy. I was like, oh, Stassi's just forcing it to make it seem like Kristen shouldn't be with Tom Sandoval.
Oh,
You know what I
different
mean?
perspective.
Yeah.
Because that was in the second season. Yeah, that was at the time where everybody was like, Kristen and Tom should break up. Like, this is whenever Tom was like, I'm not happy anymore in this relationship. Like, he was crying at like a brunch. And he was like, this is all we do is fight, Kristen.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his cries. Anyway, so I thought it was like a ploy for Stassi to look better than Jax because Jax was looking like a good guy at the time. Because this was whenever they had already broken up and Stassi was making like a big deal because Jax kept intruding all her birthdays. Like, you're not invited.
Yeah.
Why do you keep coming?
Yeah.
So he was seeming like he was trying to get her back and like this good guy that was trying to fight her back. And then Stassi was looking like an idiot for like getting back with him, but like, no, I don't want to get back with him. But like, Kristen and Tom are also in a rocky road, so let's make them look worse than us and break them up because they shouldn't be together either.
Wow,
You know?
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
New perspective.
I didn't even think about that like until I watched it later on. Because y'all were like, just wait. And I'm like, I'm going. Like, I need to get there. But whenever Stassi slapped Kristen, I would have done it twice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Imagine.
So you didn't think that they had sex?
Looking back, I think they did.
Obviously.
Because who didn't do it with Jax
Yeah.
at this rate?
Well, they did. They did do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also like I kind of feel like Kristen saying it was like forced. Like, you just... Also, at that time, I was like, why don't we just show receipts of stuff?
Yeah, I also think that back then I didn't have receipts.
Yeah.
But they would show their like iPhone 5s.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they have the receipts right there. Just show it.
Yeah. I guess you're right.
Yeah. But at first I was like, oh, they're trying to break Kristen and Tom up. But obviously it did happen twice.
Yeah. Okay.
She came back twice.
Yeah.
Kristen Doty.
Oh, yeah, while they were watching Drive. I can never think of the movie
And
Drive ever again.
I've never watched Drive, but the fact that Tom Sandoval was there
Yeah.
in the other room and they did it on the couch.
Yeah, that's what I also was like. That's in that moment I was like, I feel like it's not true because like, how would Tom not know?
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
like really wild.
Yeah.
That's also why whenever Jax, or I don't know who said it, that they did it on the couch, but Tom Sandoval was there. But then Tom Sandoval in the reunion was like, you did it on my... Oh, no, that was James and Kristen.
Oh my God, yeah.
They did it...
What did you think of James? Like,
At the beginning, I could not stand him.
yeah, fair.
Could not stand him. He was like... I mean, he was like my age, 21, 22, but I was like, why is he acting so stupid?
Yeah.
Like, he
He
was
was also very mature for your age, I feel like.
But also, he's like 33 and still acts the same now. 32, 30, whatever. I mean, he's a DJ, so...
Yeah.
But at the time when he was first introduced, but I also think it has to do with Kristen.
you
at
think
the
Kristen
time.
was...
Well, because at the time Kristen was not in a good headspace.
Yeah, and also Kristen was like significantly older than him.
Yes.
She was like 31.
And he was
32.
23.
And he was like 23.
Yeah.
So maybe they were just like in different stages of life.
Yeah. I didn't like him, and then I didn't like him in that first reunion that he was in, and then like the second season he started bettering himself, but he was still not the greatest. And then the reunion where him and Jax were getting along is when you finally see like he's not that bad.
Yeah.
He just needs like a little bit of help.
Yeah.
But
no, for
I like
sure.
James now.
Yeah,
He's
no,
pretty
I like,
funny.
I like James because like everyone else around him looks like shit. So like it's like you, maybe James isn't the best, but like the company he keeps makes him look better.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he would look a little bit worse. I think he would look like Jax if the people that he allegedly slept with would be like, yeah, we slept together.
Like on the show.
On the show, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
everybody who sleeps with Jax is like, no, we slept with Jax.
Yeah.
And he always like comes forward, but James like constantly is denying all of the allegations. So it's like, did he do it? Did he not? I think since nobody's like stepping forward and saying like, oh, we did it, and he's coming forward with it, he doesn't look as bad.
Yeah. What did you think of Raquel? Like, between the time that you first met her on the show till now?
Well, at the very beginning, I thought she was so irrelevant.
Facts.
Yeah, also, I thought Katie was so irrelevant in the first 2 seasons. I couldn't tell her or Kristen apart.
Fair.
The only reason I could tell them apart in season 2 is because she had blonde hair.
Oh my god, her horrendous orange hair.
Yeah.
It wasn't even blonde, it was orange.
Yeah, it was like golden. Not even golden though. Like, yeah. But at first, she was like, I thought at the beginning she was bettering James because she was like, if you don't stop drinking, I'll break up with you. But like looking back, I was like, it's a bit much. But at first, I didn't think she was that bad. And then, obviously, I would have never thought it was her, though.
Really?
I would have never thought, if you tell me before season 10 that it was Raquel that would have a scandal with Tom Sandoval?
So, little background information. Paula knew nothing going into Vanderpump Rules. Like, she did not know that she knew that the scandal involved Tom Sandoval, but she didn't know who else it involved.
And I didn't know what it was about.
And she didn't know what it was about because she just doesn't pay attention to pop culture and pop news like that. So, is that considered pop news?
Yeah, I mean, it was a worldwide scandal.
Yeah.
And as crazy as that sounds, like, it's got so many, like, media impressions. Like, it was, like, billions and billions of people. Not billions, maybe that's a lot. But billions of impressions.
Probably.
So, Paula didn't know anything going in. So, that's why she says that she did not think it was going to be Raquel. And honestly, if you... I wouldn't have thought either because...
She was engaged to James.
She was engaged to James. But also, like, I do not care what Raquel says. She was friends with Ariana. She was friends with Ariana.
They were best friends.
Yeah. Well, she says... She went on an interview afterwards and said that she did not...
I think
she's not friends with her.
I think they aired that on the... I don't know, on a reunion or, like, a playback or something. Yeah, they were, like... They show Ariana being, like, shocked that the fact that she said that.
Yeah.
But you can see in the season, like, I don't know what episode it was, whenever they went on the, what is it called, glamping.
Yeah.
But Tom Sandoval and her were already, like, in the midst of things. And maybe she doesn't consider herself best friends with her because she didn't want her to know that she was doing the stuff with Tom Sandoval. So she's being extra friendly to Ariana for her not to think anything.
I think Raquel is shady as fuck. And
she's shady.
I think she's shady as fuck today.
To the current day. To the present day.
Brings me to my next point. Raquel has a podcast, Rachel Goes Rogue. I don't know if you listened to the 2 episodes, but I'll give you
I need to.
a brief breakdown.
Okay.
So Joe.
Yes.
I think Joe is manipulative as fuck.
I think she's... Yeah.
I think she's manipulative.
Yeah.
I think that Tom Schwartz is in the wrong? Absolutely. But 2 things can be true at once. I think Joe is wrong. I think Tom is wrong.
I also think Tom Sandoval is like a little bit of a manipulator too. To Joe.
To Joe?
But then Joe also manipulates him back.
Tom Sandoval?
Oh, Tom Schwartz. Sorry. Schwartzy.
Yeah, for sure. So Joe went on Raquel's podcast.
Yes.
So as we saw in the last reunion part, Joe was on it.
Yeah.
What did y'all think before we get into this part?
I felt like she was manipulative. I think that I understand that Tom Schwartz hurt her feelings. I understand that it probably hurts knowing that she felt like she was in a relationship and he will never validate the fact that they were in a relationship. Ever. He is never going to say that they were in a relationship. He refuses. Like, even on Britney's podcast, he was like, whatever we had, like, he's always saying whatever we had.
Exclusive.
Like, it was
like the
magical or whatever, but it's never been called a relationship. I understand why she might feel some sort of way about that. But the way that she was crying and I don't know, it was just I felt like she was doing all these things to make Katie look like the villain because she knows already how people feel about Katie. And I think that, you know, she was trying to make Katie look like the villain.
What do people think about Katie outside?
Katie has a reputation of being mean, but I think that Katie's real as fuck. And
I think she just says it how it is, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, then that sucks. But I also feel like Joe, because there would be, I mean, it could be the cuts that they make, but it would be like 1 second she's like bawling her eyes out, like, Katie, you're the only one that made me feel excluded, and then like the next second she'll be like turning to like Sheena or something. She's like, am I going insane? Like she's like
she was trying.
She plays a character.
She plays the character. She plays the character. And then what's so weird is that like she went on that live stream and was like, yeah, like Katie apologized. Let's not be mean to Katie. Like it's cool. Like remember when she was like, and then now she went on Raquel's podcast and was like talking shit about Katie's apology again. Like
this is that gives me the same vibes about Ariana and Lala having that talk that was like not aired.
Yeah.
But y'all already moved past it, and then Lala thinks like since not aired, it never happened. That's not how life works.
Yeah. Lala's fake as fuck.
Yeah.
Period.
I hate when Lala's like, I fucks with you. What if I don't want to fuck with you?
She literally always does a little
like she's always like, I fucks with you.
Disengage.
Jameson, Schwartzy. What does she call Sheena?
Shishu.
I think I told Maria the other day, I was like, what if we called you Lollagaggin? Like,
Lollagaggin?
She called Shishu?
Lollagaggin? Where did you get that?
Lollagaggin, like you're messing around? She obviously was messing around, so Lollagaggin is perfect for her.
Lollagaggin. Paula. That is hilarious.
Yeah, but Schwartzy, Jameson, Shishu, Lollagaggin. Like she deserves a nickname for all the nicknames she's giving out.
Yeah. So Joe went on Raquel's podcast.
Anyway.
Joe went on Raquel's podcast and she said that her and Schwartz, she talks about their relationship. She is like, I was in a committed relationship with this man because Raquel was like, hey, so why didn't you leave if you knew that he didn't want to put a label on it? She was like, in my eyes, we had a label. And I'm just like, what? So Joe is like under the impression that her and Tom were like a thing, like a full-on relationship. And then she's like, you can tell she's still in love with him. Like, she's really hurt by it. She's like, he's just, like, he wasn't ready at the time. Like, we were talking about the present and not the future, this, that, and the other. And then Tom sings a completely different tune. He goes on Britney's podcast, When Reality Hits. Jax wasn't a part of it. And he's like, Joe's actually insane, practically. She's a compulsive liar. She apparently went behind his back and told his family some lies and, like, traumatized his sister. And, like, did a bunch of crazy-ass things, lied a bunch
Schwartz
of...
has a sister?
I know. Yeah, he has, like, 2 brothers and a sister, I think.
No, he has triplet brothers and a sister.
Oh, shit, I didn't even... Oh, yeah!
He has triplets. That's why I was like, I thought it was only the triplet brothers.
No. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't know about the sister either. But so, yeah, he essentially says, like, in essence, Joe is a compulsive liar. That's why I pulled away from her. She had told him that she told him that she would babysit their executive producer's children. And then he asked the executive producer, and he was like, no. What a weird lie.
I just need Tom Schwartz to apologize to Katie because Katie was right, and he sat there and defended Joe.
You read my mind.
He sat there and defended Joe more than he ever defended Katie in their 10-plus years together for Katie to just be right. Like,
you literally just read my mind. I was about to say the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Because in one of the reunions, Katie's like, she's a compulsive liar. And he's like, don't say that, Katie. Don't be mean. And now he comes on a freaking podcast.
You're going to get a cease and desist.
Yeah. From who?
I honestly, it's sad for Joe in a sense, right? That she believed that there was more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I just don't get a good feeling about Joe, so I don't fully trust her. And I'm not saying that I fully trust Schwartz because I don't. But I think there is some truth to the fact, to some things that he says.
How long, I don't know if you'll know that, but how long have Joe and Schwartzy been friends?
They got close after him and Katie got divorced, which is also shady as fuck.
But did he know Joe while he was dating Katie?
Yeah, so they were...
See, that's the thing. I feel like Katie had, like, a sense in their marriage that was, like, Joe is...
In their marriage, you think?
Kristen and Joe were best friends, so she would come around and maybe not a sense in an inappropriate way. Like, she was just like, she's fucking weird, like, in general. Not that she was being weird in the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I don't know. I think Joe... I can't remember where I said this, but I think Joe... I'm not saying Schwartz is right or Joe is right, but I feel like there's more behind it that Schwartz isn't ever gonna...
Expose
or like, but also I'm thinking since they always have cameras on them, don't they have like footage of that?
They think there's things that they only have cameras on them for 3 months. That's it.
I mean, but whenever Sheena or somebody comes over to Schwartz's apartment when he just gets divorced, and he says like, no, Joe is just like a roommate.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's stuff that didn't air because at the beginning, season 10 was going to be about Katie and Schwartz's divorce.
Oh, really?
And then everything happened.
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Wow.
Which I will say this till the day is dark. The fact that they used Katie as a decoy, they purposely hurt her for no reason.
Yeah.
To hide the fact that Raquel and Tom were having an affair. And the fact that Tom Schwartz went along with it. Yeah, I think that's
decoy.
sick. So in season 10, you know how Schwartz and Raquel were like making out?
Oh, yeah.
Tom Schwartz knew the whole time.
That Tom Sandoval and Raquel, oh my gosh, Paula, yeah, that came out in a podcast.
I didn't know that the times clashed.
No, because in the show it doesn't show that. Paula doesn't know this. So
I don't know that.
Tom Schwartz knew the whole time.
So he was kissing Raquel knowing the fact that oh no!
Yes, dude.
What?
You didn't know that?
I didn't know that.
Because remember that came out on Rachel's podcast.
Yeah, so
Rachel said it?
It came out. It came out. I can't remember exactly where it came out, but Tom Schwartz knew that Tom Sandoval and Raquel had hooked up, fully had sex already one time when they went to Mexico. And he chose to kiss Raquel anyway.
Oh, yeah, because it was whenever Raquel went on the girls' trip.
Yes.
Where was that, Mexico?
No. That was in Vegas.
Vegas, and then she came back.
Went to boys' night.
Yeah.
They hooked up after boys' night.
And then they went to Mexico
for Sheena's wedding.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even put two and two together.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
my,
it's
that's disgusting. Schwartz.
Yeah.
Wow. And even on the reunion, they still don't even know their timeline because Sandoval was like, I only told him in January. You're like, no, you told me in August.
In August was Sheena's wedding.
Wow.
The lies. You already got caught.
But Katie had boundaries.
Yeah.
And they broke more than the boundaries.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wow. That's insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy because we know this and we've known this for a year and Paula's reacting in real time right now. So it's crazy.
But that's just disgusting because because obviously I feel like Schwartz, he's the smartest one of the bunch, but he doesn't have the common sense.
Yeah.
Why would you go out and hang out with Randall after Lawless thing?
Yeah.
Why would you kiss Raquel when you know Sandoval is having an affair with her?
Because they were doing it to distract from the fact that she was fucking Tom.
Oh my god.
Paula.
But Schwartz is an idiot. You can say no to that
stuff.
Hold
on. I want your reaction to this.
Okay. Wait. Okay.
Tom Schwartz kissed Raquel.
Yes.
Okay, on camera. It all happened on camera. Brock and Sheena call. Lala answers the phone. Katie is there too. She finds out.
Yeah.
What didn't air is that night, Schwartz goes on his merry way.
Yeah.
Tom Sandoval, stumbling drunk in the hotel, goes to Raquel's room and they fuck.
For the first time?
No,
that's the second time.
Yeah. In the same night.
I don't understand how they went 7 months with not finding this out, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, it was obviously on the tapes. They obviously have footage of this stuff.
Yeah.
We're not stupid.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And then the last 5 minutes of the reunion for season 10, where she tells her version of the truth.
Now I'm like, is that... wow. Now we need Schwartz's side.
He's never going to tell.
He's never going to tell.
That's true. We're literally trying to pull something out of his ass about Joe, and we'll never get the Raquel stuff.
I think Tom Schwartz, I don't know if one day he'll realize it, and I hope he does, but Tom Sandoval, he is way too loyal to Tom Sandoval.
Yes.
And I think it's going to take for Tom Sandoval to be disloyal to Tom Schwartz for him to finally realize, I do not need to be this good of a friend to this man who would not be this good of a friend to me. But I don't think Tom Sandoval is going to do that anytime soon because it's too soon to Scandoval now.
Yeah.
But I think...
I think that would end him.
Yes.
Not end him, but end his famous run.
I just think that Schwartz needs to realize that this friendship no longer serves him.
Mm-hmm.
And it does not, it doesn't serve him, but if Scandoval couldn't make you see that, then nothing ever will.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Your business.
He has vested interest.
Yeah.
That was
livelihood.
Because during season 10, and I'm sure they did this on purpose, him, Katie, the season where they weren't divorced. Him, Katie, him, Schwartz, and Ariana were all like hanging out. Like they were like the close. Like that was like at the beginning where it was Stassi, Jax. Like it was like they were all good friends.
Yeah.
Obviously, they probably did it on purpose, but like, how do you? That is your ex's wife, best friend.
Yeah.
That shows like his loyalty to Katie. Like it was just never there.
Schwartz.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
I mean, he always joked about marrying him, freaking Sandoval over Katie.
Yeah. Like,
and why does Sandoval always have a say in everybody's marriage? Not marriage, engagements. He helped Schwartz. He helped James. He was trying to help Sheena and Brock get married secretly.
Yeah.
He just does all this shady stuff.
He wants to do something monetarily,
He's
so later he can...
He's a man pick me.
Oh my god, yes. Tom
He's a man pick me. He does things so he looks good. And that's why Sandoval has hit him so big, because all his little pick me actions no longer work. Now people are seeing you for who you really are. You do things on purpose. Like everything that you do is done on purpose.
Yeah.
And it's
a calculated effort.
If he doesn't do something that doesn't make him look like a better person, he's not going to do it.
Yeah.
Not because of the good heart he has. He just needs to look like a better person.
It's validation for himself.
Yeah. Him and Jax are right up there. If they don't do something that makes him look better, like Jax and all the seasons, he was always doing something to make him seem like he was doing better for himself. But he was just making himself seem like a better person, even though he wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Were you shocked when it all came out that Randall was like a piece of shit?
No.
Yeah. Because Randall looked slimy.
But the thing is, how old is he?
He's like older.
Yeah, and she... Come on.
Like...
That just makes sense.
Respectfully, Lala was never in it for his kind heart and genuineness. She was in it for the money. Like, she was 25. And let's be honest. Randall's ugly. I know that's mean. Beauty is subjective.
He looks like
but he's ugly.
Yeah, he looks like the guy from 90 Day Fiancé.
Oh my god, like Ed.
Yes.
And I mean, I don't mean that like poorly. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But Lala Kent is beautiful, regardless of how you think of her. She did not go after Randall because she was like, he is like a genuinely good man. She went after him because he was famous, he had money, and he had a life that she wanted. She knew he was married. You cannot tell me otherwise.
Yeah. Because I think if she didn't know that she was married, she would have empathized even more for Raquel. Or Rachel, whenever she...
Oh, yeah.
Whenever she got... I can't remember for what.
With the situation with Oliver?
Yes. Yeah, I think she would have empathized with her even more. Or felt for her more.
Yeah.
But she knew he was married.
Yeah, of course she did.
That's why she was giving so much shit to Raquel. Because she was like, I did that.
I guess.
And so many people gave me shit for it. It's not fair that you're not going to get shit for it either.
Yes. So. Yes. And I think that Raquel is also like... not taking accountability for her actions.
She's never going to take accountability, especially now.
Yeah.
I mean, she goes on the reunion and says, Andy asked her if she was in love, and she said yes. And then she goes on the podcast later on, breaks Tom Sandoval's heart, and was like, I was never in love with him.
Yeah. Like,
I can only imagine.
You know she's suing Ariana.
For that, revenge porn? Yeah. Okay.
And also emotional distress. For emotionally hurting her.
For infliction of emotional distress.
For like purposely...
Wait, who?
Raquel is suing Ariana for hurting her emotionally.
Excuse me?
No, I'm dead serious.
You're going to have to rephrase it because it should be Ariana doing it to Raquel. No,
I hope that she countersues.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is she going to get out of it?
Also... tell me if I'm wrong. If you're a lawyer, please comment on this. Like, aren't you supposed to shut the hell up whenever you're in a lawsuit?
Yeah.
It's all she talks about. Like, I'm pretty sure that a lawyer or someone who is of legal counsel would advise you to shut the hell up if you're in a lawsuit with someone instead of talking about them every single week on your podcast.
Didn't she, Tashina, who did that to her?
Raquel! Yeah.
She just throwing a season to sis, like...
No, she sent everybody one.
What? How? Like, you kept it
because she is never going to take... Okay, this is the thing about Raquel. She is never going to take accountability. She was on the road of taking accountability, and then someone down the road said, we can make you look like the victim. Let's play the victim card. And that's what she's been doing ever since.
Yes.
She's been playing the victim card, and she will, that is the hill she will die on.
She will ride that wave till the cows come home.
Which is ridiculous because honestly, at this point, it's like you were not the victim. If she were to sit there and say, I fucked up, I'm sorry, she would get more sympathy from people than when she's like, well, you know, this, that, Tom Sandoval, this, that, you know, it's ridiculous at this point. You are a grown ass woman. You are a grown ass woman. You made a, not a mistake. Like,
you made a choice.
You made a choice that was not a good choice. You made a decision that was not a good decision. You fucked up. Fucking take accountability and move the fuck on. I think it's so crazy to me that she sits there and still pretends to be the victim. It's so infuriating because I cannot just like I can't just sit there and be like, okay, yeah, well maybe there's some like right to Raquel and what she's feeling. I can't validate her feelings when she is trying to invalidate other people's feelings in the sense that
I mean, she's trying to validate Ariana.
Yeah.
And Ariana literally has done absolutely nothing wrong in all of it.
Exactly. Yeah. And once again, I will, what is it, eat my words? I said the wrong thing last week. Eat my words if Ariana did distribute the video.
But the thing is, how? It was on Tom's phone.
She sent it to her phone.
You think she wants to send that out to other people?
Yeah, that's also...
Like, she probably didn't enjoy seeing it herself.
Yeah, that's embarrassing.
And if it was out there, it would be out there.
Yeah, people would have exposed it by now.
Well, I will say this. I will eat my words if Ariana did put it out there, but all the other reasons why she's suing Ariana is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, the emotional distress?
Infliction of emotional distress needs to go. I'm sorry, Raquel, you're fucking ridiculous. Like, you should sue yourself for infliction of emotional distress.
Yeah.
You did that. This. Like, this is a decision you fucking made.
Yeah. You went to his home in St. Louis.
Yeah.
Like, you fucked him while she was at her grandmother's funeral.
And your dog died.
Your dog died. And you're going to sit here and sue her? And the fact that people are like, well, it's the principal. Are you insane?
Yeah.
Are you insane?
The principal of what? Like, she inflicted emotional distress to her first, if anything.
Yeah, and honestly, your actions are the reason you're here, bitch.
Yes.
And that's what people forget, because now she has people that are in her corner, and it's simply people that just don't like Ariana.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You don't have to like Ariana, but you can't also sit there and say shit like, oh, you know, yeah, Raquel should sue Ariana. It makes no sense. Like, it absolutely makes absolutely no fucking sense. And Raquel's never gonna grow. And I don't understand how, like, she says that she's in therapy and she's working on. I don't believe it one
therapist
bit.
Are you going to?
Where was she when she couldn't reply to Tom Sandoval?
She was in a mental health facility.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I couldn't remember what it was.
Listening to Joe and Raquel on their podcast, it's like two of the dumbest bitches you've ever met being like, and then I did this, but this is how I'm the victim. And then they're like, exactly. Like, girl, bye. Like, they victimize each other. They like feed off each other's BS. And they're like, but we're both the victim, even though we both knew better.
Yeah.
But... yeah.
I mean, at least we're good friends to each other, you know?
They're using each other for clout.
Yeah.
You're gonna think, no.
But how does Raquel think it's a good idea to come out with a podcast? Actually, just in general. What makes her think that that's a good idea?
She was supposed to talk about, like, her journey.
If she would have talked about her journey, life for her would have been so much easier because, like, people would have respected it. Like, you said, I want to go to the mental health facility. I want to be a better person. I want to move on. I'm going to leave it in my past, and now you're moving on, and you left it in your past.
How long is this ago? Like 2 years ago now?
No, this is a year and a half ago.
A year
and some change ago.
Okay.
And some change.
Yeah. She should have done better.
Yeah. But my final thoughts. We're going to go around the room and give our final thoughts.
Okay.
Raquel, respectfully, is a dumb bitch. And I think Tom Sandoval is also an embarrassment.
Is also a dumb bitch.
In my opinion... Tom Sandoval was more wrong in the situation, but that doesn't mean that Raquel wasn't also 100% wrong. Tom was just 200% wrong.
Do y'all know who, like, insinuated it?
Initiated it?
Initiated it.
I'm sure it was, like, a mutual thing.
I don't know. I guess I don't have the, like, I know I watched, like, 11th season, but I still just don't. I understand the producers now, like, with the Tom Schwartz thing. I would have never thought they would have done that. Mm-hmm. I have to know. I need to know if they have footage of this stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. Like, they were going to show a season for season 10. They went back and re-edited it.
why? Like, I'm pretty sure they would have been even more famous for the scandal if they put everything out there.
Yeah. I also think that, like, they're never going to change. What route are we going to take from here? I really don't know.
Yeah.
But those are my final thoughts. I think that Tom and Raquel are both dumbasses, and I really am very curious to see how this lawsuit goes. I think it's ridiculous that they're suing
I want to
Ariana.
know what the last part of the reunion next week is going to be.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my gosh. Because they're showing, like, the last 5 minutes of an episode, right?
Yeah, and they're seeing it for the first time.
What I want to see is what exactly
the thing
Sheena
is-
and Lala say is going to happen that's
Yeah.
going to make us change our mind.
But the last 5 minutes of an episode, like, don't they know what happened?
Because they were there.
No, because then Ariana walked out and they don't know what they said about her.
Oh.
And there's confessionals, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What did Sheena and Lala say?
They had said that something in the season or in the reunion was going to make sense to us, that we were, like, not going to like Ariana. So far, nothing has happened.
Like,
No.
what?
If anything, I stand 10 toes down for Ariana, have and always will. She has maintained such a calm, cool, collected demeanor during this reunion, and I absolutely love it because what they want to do is tear her down. They want her to get loud, they want her to cry, they want her to break down, they want to get an emotion out of her so they can have an emotion and they can be validated for that emotion, and she's not giving them that. So
Yeah.
Ariana, I know you will never watch this, but I
We
want
love
you to
you.
know we love you. We fucking
We are so proud
ride
of you.
hard for you, bitch.
Yes.
Like, we are
Yes.
so proud of you for being so elegant in a sense in
Yeah.
this reunion,
Especially when she was talking to Lala.
especially when she was talking to Lala.
No. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
what Lala was doing was baiting her. She wanted her to stoop to that level.
yeah, she wanted
and
her-
Ariana was like, I'm not going to get loud because what you want is a reaction, and I'm not going to give it to you.
And you know what? What I loved about Ariana this past part of the reunion was that she said, you know, you don't have to understand my boundaries, but you do have to respect them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that is, honestly, that's a lesson for everybody. You know,
Yeah.
for
Who,
all the
Lala
people.
or Ariana?
Ariana said that to Lala.
Yes,
and
yes,
that's
yes.
a lesson for everybody because, in a sense, like, a lot of people talk shit about Ariana, and maybe you don't understand her, but respect the fact that she has this boundary. Like, everybody wants to talk shit about her and about Tom Sandoval and, like, oh, this. You know, a lot of people talk the way that Lala talks to Ariana, right? Mm-hmm. Respect your boundaries.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Period.
I feel like Lala raised her voice. That's how she argues with Katie because Katie doesn't mind raising her voice.
Yeah.
So that's how she baits Katie. But in the reunion, she was trying to get Ariana to bite, and Ariana was just like,
Yeah.
you don't understand. You don't have to understand them, but you have to respect them. Like, it's such a
Very calm.
Yes.
And I know that
Infuriates
she was
people.
like, and then Lala was like, I haven't gotten loud, not at once. I'm like, girl, we could fucking rewind.
You don't even
Yeah.
have to get loud, bitch. You just interject yourself in every
and then
conversation.
I feel like Lala knew that she was like looking like the worst person, and so she's like, Andy was asking me a question.
Yeah.
Like, why are you deferring from the conversation?
Honestly, Lala has not shut the fuck up this entire fucking reunion.
Yes.
It's so frustrating.
That was one thing I wanted to bring up.
Because I'm like, I can't hear the other. Like, you are literally a side character. In some of these conversations. Shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up for a fucking second.
Yeah, I feel like her and Tom Sandoval always have to put their 2 cents into every single thing somebody's saying. And majority of the times, we don't want to hear what they're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't need to hear Lala's opinion. Lala's opinion is not going to change my opinion on the conversation that is being had.
Yeah.
Like, respectfully, I don't
And
care.
also the fact that Ariana still, after having that like back and forth with her, was still able to give her like
Grace.
and like
Be nice to her.
credibility for something that Lala did correct in Ariana's eyes.
Yeah.
Even though Lala is still trying to make Ariana look like a bad person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm very curious to see how this reunion part 3 takes, what route it takes, but
Yeah.
it is the end of our episode. Paula, thank you so much
Yes,
for coming.
thank
Our
you.
first guest, and we're very excited for y'all to listen to it. Like always, please, check us out on Apple, Spotify, on Amazon Prime, on YouTube, Morning Chisme on Instagram, Morning Chisme Podcast on TikTok, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye, chismosas.
Bye.
Ciao, chismosas.